Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love. Caught up in my tape. Caught up in my tape. Don't care what you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing the very highly requested double Dutch braided look. I put this picture on Instagram a while back. It was a long time ago, and since then you guys have been asking me for this tutorial for so long, and I'm finally doing it, and it's with extensions. So it's how to do this with extensions, because my hair's just not long enough to do it on its own. So this is with my Bellami extensions in, so they're pretty long. This hairstyle is everywhere, like everywhere at the moment. I think like Kim Kardashian put a picture of her daughter, it's so cute, with them both having them in. And just like loads of people have just been rocking these kind of braids. I love them. I think they're really super cute, and they look really cool, and it's a really good way to just keep your hair off your face and look pretty on trend. So if you want to see how to get them, then just keep watching. Okay, so starting off with my hair, this is obviously my hair without any extensions in it at all. First of all, I did apply a dry shampoo. This is the Practise dry shampoo for dark hair, or you can use this one, which is a texturizing spray. I think this is new and it's really good. So it's not an actual dry shampoo, it's just like a texturizing spray, and it's just going to make it a lot easier for you to do the braid and also help it stay in. So then we are moving on to applying my extensions. As I said, I'm using my Bellami Balayage Guy Tang 8/60 colour extensions, and I'm kind of clipping these in how I normally would. So this is a 4 clip, and then next section will be another 4 clip, and then the next section will be 2 3 clips. It's pretty much how I normally would clip them in. I've tried many ways of like clipping them in differently to see if it's easier, and it's just not. Like, it's just easier just to do it how you normally would. So clipping them in how I normally would. Okay, so once you've got them all clipped in, you're going to do a rough centre part down your whole head. I'm saying rough because obviously with extensions, it's harder to have this like really precise. So I do a rough part, and then you can see I'm kind of almost zigzagging the back just a tiny bit, just to help it blend. So just take a bit from that side and put it over there, and then a bit from this side and put it over here. This is just going to help with the blending process, and then just tie half your head out the way, just so it's easier and you're like ready to go on one side. So taking like a triangle section at the top of your head, and then dividing this into 3 as you would normally start any plait braid. The only difference with this is we're going under. So you can see instead of going over, we're going under. This is probably the hardest thing I find. Once I get going, I'm fine, but it's such a it's just a habit of your hands to go over, but you just want to go under, and you're doing exactly the same as a French plait, but under. So taking a bit from this side, and you're just adding a bit from the hair, so just from here, adding it to that bit that you've got, and then putting it underneath the center section. It was so hard to get this on camera, because I'm not saying that I am the best at this at all. I am quite candid, but it gets the job done, and obviously the more you practice, the better you will get. And obviously without extensions, probably going to be a little bit easier too. But just taking a bit from each side, adding as you're going down, and keeping it like as tight as you can. Because even though I prefer mine to be quite messy looking, you want it to be tight to start with, and then to be able to mess it up. So just keep really tightening it. You'll see every now and then I keep just tugging it to make sure like that, like it's really tight. But apart from that, you're literally just going to do this all the way down your head, bearing in mind the shape you want it to go. So like kind of quite high up on my head. I prefer mine to be quite high up on my head. Obviously you can do it nearer to your ear if you prefer. So just showing you the back now, but the exact same thing. So just adding, it's really hard to see this, so just adding a bit here, and then putting it under there. So just always going underneath. This is going to make the braid sit on top of your head rather than like in your head. You can do it both ways. I just think this way looks much better. So just keep going down, and there's pretty much all there is to it. Like, there's not a lot to it, so just keep going down until you get to the very bottom. Once you've got no hair left to add, obviously you'll just braid it as normal. So I will just let you watch what I'm doing. Okay, then you're going to get a super achy arm. My arms really ache after. Now we want to mess and plump up the braid, so I'm just pulling the edges, as you can see, as I always do with all my braids. Feel free not to do this if you want it to be a bit skinnier. Now moving on to the clips at the back. So, as you will see, there's a clip right here. Can you see it? There. So what I do is I unclip it, and I push it underneath the braid here, and then I re-clip it underneath the braid, so it's directly underneath the braid, where it is completely hidden. Ta-da! That's my magic trick. My little secret is all out. So I do the same, but there's another one up here. So I just unclip it, tuck it underneath the center of the braid, and then re-clip it back down. This is the easiest way I have found to make this work. It just is much easier. So one side done, and then just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so this is the finished braid, but the last tip I have is to grab some clear brow gel, and you want to use this just to push, like I've got these little spikes of hair at the front, and also just tame any baby hairs you have or any flyaways you've got around the front of your head. But once you've done that, the look will be complete. Look guys, I really hope you liked it and I hope it helped you out. So many of you requested this, so if any of you that requested it do end up doing this, then don't forget to hashtag me on Instagram because I'd love to see you guys with this hairstyle. The hair extensions I've used for this video are the Bellami Tang balayage. They're my favourite colour. I have, as you know, I have a lot of extensions, but I really like the colour of these ones. The balayage in them is beautiful, and I just love the tones it gives when you do a braid. Like, I think it looks really cool. And I think it blends best because obviously here is pretty dark on my hair, but the way it blends I think works really well. So it's the colour 8/60. I'll leave them down below. And I have a coupon code for Bellami, which is Tashie 5. Only gets you $5, but every little helps, right? If you want to know how I did this makeup, by the way, I did film the tutorial. I will leave the link video here, or it'll be at the end of the video. It'll be the last video I did, so you'll see that. And I guess that's everything for this video, so I will see you in my next one. Bye guys! Yes! Caught up in my tape.